Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're gonna do another 3-day meal prep, and we're gonna do 2 meals and a snack. For myself, I'll be cooking, and my 2 boys, one is 10 months and one is 3.5. So we're gonna start with some red pepper egg white cups, and then we're gonna do some blueberries and strawberries with that. Then we will be making some chicken taco burrito bowls, and for a snack, we're gonna do some baked sweet potatoes with cinnamon. So I'll lay out the whole meal plan and give you the grocery list, and then we will get started with the prep. All right, so here's all the stuff we've got for our little prep for the next few days. So we've got our proteins, we've got 2 pounds of ground chicken, container of egg whites, we've got sweet onion, cherry tomatoes, red bell peppers, sweet potatoes, strawberries, and blueberries. And we've got some shredded cheese mix, some guacamole, which I like to just buy because it's easier. Then we've got our seasoning, some taco seasoning, cinnamon, and some spicy taco sauce that I just put on mine. I wouldn't use that for the kids. And then some sort of a spray. I just have that Pam spray to grease the pans. And then we've got our rice and our black beans. So we're ready to go. So let's get started with the prep. So we've got all our groceries together. So first thing we're gonna start with is our sweet potatoes, because it's super easy, but it takes a while for them to cook. So we're gonna preheat the oven to 425 degrees. While that preheats, we are going to wash our sweet potatoes. So just gonna run them under water, scrub them with my hands a little bit, get the dirt off. So for potatoes, you just wanna poke a couple holes with a fork. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw them in, even though it's not done preheating, really doesn't matter. So sweet potatoes are in. Next thing we're gonna do is chop up our vegetables. So we're gonna be chopping up 1 red pepper and 1 sweet onion. Got kids over there, I'm just keeping my eye on. Although I wouldn't advise looking up at them when you're chopping. Okay, so we've got peppers and onions all chopped up really little, diced, I guess you would call that. Minced, I don't know. They're cut up small. Just clean up. I also really am a big fan of cleaning as you go. Otherwise, you're left with a big old mess at the end that you don't want to deal with. So we've got those chopped up. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook them in a skillet. So we'll head over to the stove. Onion and pepper we put directly into a skillet on medium-high heat with a little olive oil. So we're just gonna cook these until they get soft. And while those cook, I'm gonna prep the muffin tins. So we're gonna use 2 muffin tins, and we're gonna spray with a little Pam spray. So just greasing each one. I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper, just a little, not too much pepper when I'm making stuff for the kids, because they won't eat it. Just realized I never set a timer for the sweet potatoes. Honestly, it doesn't really matter because they take so long to cook, but I'm just gonna set it for another 45 minutes. Usually I would set it for like an hour. Next thing I'm gonna do is get out my rice cooker. I'm gonna do 1.5 cups of rice, and then 2 cups of water. Just put it in there and then just hit start, and that's it, and it will turn off when it's done. Love this thing. So our peppers and onions are done. They're soft. So we're gonna use half of these in our egg white cups, and the other half is gonna be for our lunches. And then all I'm gonna do is take a little of each and put into the muffin tin. You can see we put a little bit of each in there. Then I'm gonna get some of the shredded cheese mixed. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of this shredded cheese mixture in. I got this one that's like the light Mexican blend. You can use any kind that you want. So just put a little of that in there. I'm gonna add in some egg whites. So this is actually Muscle Egg, is a company that sponsors me from my days of competing. Their product's awesome. So this is just the plain organic egg whites. So not only can you get these plain ones, but you can also get flavored egg whites, which are awesome. So we're just gonna pour these in, and don't fill it all the way to the top because they will expand a little bit. All right, so these are ready to go. So we're gonna put them in the oven. I'm just gonna put them underneath the sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes are cooking, the egg white cups are cooking. I'm gonna set a timer on them for about 20 minutes to just check. So we're gonna get this back on the stove. Okay, so back on the stove, we're gonna throw in our 2 pounds of ground chicken. We're gonna add just a little taco seasoning. Just let that keep cooking, and then I'm gonna cut up the cherry tomatoes that we're gonna throw into these bowls as well. So I'm cutting the cherry tomatoes into quarters for myself and my older son, and then for the baby, I'm gonna dice them up really little. So our chicken's done, our tomatoes are chopped up, the rice is done. So those look perfect. Look at that, they get like golden and they fluff up, and they feel like firm. If you shake them, they shouldn't jiggle. So 20 minutes at 425 worked out pretty well. Excited to eat those, huh? They look good, right?
Yeah, totally easy. We totally eat this in my tummy.
Yes, they will. So we're gonna portion them out into the bowls. So I'm only gonna do 2 days actually separated out because I'm running low on Tupperware right now. And then I will, once we use these and wash them, I'll fill them up for the 3rd day. We're gonna put a little rice into each one, which is easier with 2 hands, but sometimes you only have one, so you know. All right, so now we're gonna add our chicken, pepper, onion mixture into the containers with the rice. And then we will add in our tomatoes. So I'm putting those little tiny ones in for the baby. Then we're gonna add guacamole to each container. And next we will add in some of our shredded cheese, which I also have to feed to my little helper. Then I added spicy taco sauce to just my meals, and I also added black beans to all the meals, which I forgot to show in the video. Sweet potatoes were done, so I just cut them in half, chopped up the inside a little bit, and put cinnamon on top. Last item to prep is the strawberries and blueberries. So I just rinsed them and cut the tops off the strawberries, and then when I'm ready to serve them to my baby, I will just cut them up much smaller. Once they've cooled some, I'm just taking the egg white cups out of the muffin tins. Okay, so that's our meal prep for the next few days of food. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you find these videos helpful, and we will see you next time.